Hi ladies, welcome back to Much More Than Beauty. I know it's been over 7 months since I posted a video on this channel, and I promise you guys I am gonna come back and I'm gonna be posting more here and on Instagram. And before I do that, I wanted to come back on here to reintroduce myself because a lot of things about myself has changed. In the last year or two, I have felt like this shift in like my spirit, my soul, just something within me that has changed. So a lot of the things that maybe I used to like or do, I'm not really doing anymore. I'll explain that a little further, but basically I wanted to come on here and just reintroduce myself. I am still Much More Than Beauty and I am still a Stephanie. It's just I am 30 years old now, I'm more mature, and when I first started this channel, I believe I was like 22 years old, so this was like 8 years ago. And back then, if you guys have been following me since then, you know that I started doing like hair tutorials, and I was doing some makeup tutorials and some like fashion tutorials, but I kind of slowed down and I became inconsistent in my channel. A lot of it was due to, basically I became a mom of 2 and now I have a daughter. A lot of it slowed down after that. And also guys, I did do a shift in what I'm doing as far as like income and basically what I'm doing full-time now. I am no longer a blogger or influencer, guys. I don't do that anymore, or I can't even consider myself a blogger or influencer anymore because you have to do consistent content. And on Instagram, that's like once every day. And on YouTube, that's at least like 1 video a week. And guys, I haven't been doing that. So I'm not a blogger, I'm not an influencer anymore. And honestly, I'm okay with that because where I am now, I am so happy. And honestly, I could just see things getting better for myself. What am I doing now since I'm not like an influencer, I'm not a blogger anymore? Did I go back to medical assistant? I actually did not, guys. I did not go back to medical assistant. Basically, I'll be honest, as an influencer, as a blogger, I was not making like really great, consistent income. I would get reached out to by brands, a lot of brands. I did a lot of work for a lot of brands like Carol's Daughter, Shea Moisture, King of Nature, so many brands, honestly. And the thing about it is that they reach out to you once or twice. You know, they do pay you this nice check, and then you don't really hear too much from them because they're constantly looking for like new vloggers or new influencers to do work with and to put out, you know, their brand out there. There were times when I was having a hard time making ends meet. So after doing so much work for Curls, one day I decided I wanted to ask Curls if they had a full-time job. And then I had no idea what I was getting myself into. I had no idea what position I would be given or what position they'd have open or available. And it turns out that I was offered a position to be events manager, which is so crazy, guys, because I don't really know much about events, or I didn't know much about events then. The only thing that I did know is I would work events as a brand ambassador. So I would work trade shows or expos or just events. So I knew like basically the floor of it, or just working at an event, but I didn't know everything that goes behind the scenes, like from like sending setup, booking ladies to work the booth, securing the space, getting a decorator if we need it, getting rental furniture if we need it. All those things I didn't know back then. So it's been a learning process for me in the last year. And so far, guys, it's going amazing. I love it. It keeps me super busy. Like, I'm super busy, guys, all the time. But I do want to get back into like doing things that I like to do, and not let my job take over my life, basically. And I want to get back to doing things that I'm passionate about. And so I want to take back my weekends, like Saturdays and Sundays, and I want to do some things like post videos again for you guys. I do love playing with my hair. I do love playing with my makeup. I love like dressing up and creating different styles and different looks. So that is something that I want to continue to do. So you guys will be seeing me do that on this channel. Now, that's not gonna change. That about me hasn't changed, guys. Now, what has changed about me, right? So, guys, basically, I want to be an activist. I want to use my voice to speak up on and bring up problems in the world that we need to discuss and try to find solutions for. I don't want to just talk about my hair, and I don't want to just talk about my makeup or what I'm wearing. Like, there's so much more that us as people we can be doing to make the world a better place, and I want to use my voice to do that. I want to step up and start talking about things that honestly can be controversial, can make people feel uncomfortable, but I want to spread my truth, and I don't want to feel silenced. Honestly, I've gotten to the point where I honestly do not care what people think. People will always have something to say. It just doesn't matter if it's good, bad, whatever it is. People always have something to say, so I'm gonna do me regardless. I want to get out there, hit the streets, and talk about this one topic that I am extremely passionate about, which is geoengineering. And I don't know if you ladies have heard about geoengineering before, but if you do follow my page, MuchMoreThanBeauty, I have talked about it. I even created an Instagram for it. It's called Geoengineering Florida. And basically, guys, what is geoengineering? Geoengineering, it's a program where they take airplanes up to like 30,000 feet altitude into the atmosphere, and those airplanes, they spray or disperse basically chemicals. But basically they get in the atmosphere, they spray the sky, and it covers the sky in like this blanket of chemical haze. And what that chemical haze does is it's supposed to reflect the sunlight so that it doesn't hit the earth. Basically, it's supposed to block the sun from hitting the earth, and the rays shoot back into space. They're saying that they're doing this to slow down global warming. If you have noticed where you live, like really, really long lines in the sky that after a few minutes, they pretty much spread out, they stretch out, and they become like this blanket of haze that covers the sun literally. If you guys see that, that's called a chemtrail, but really the scientific word is stratospheric aerosol injection. And that's part of also the solar radiation management program. And all this is, guys, is a government program where they are spraying the sky with chemicals to block the sun. That's geoengineering. Now, why do I have a problem with that? Because David Keith, founder of Carbon Engineering, he basically has admitted on video that these chemicals can kill hundreds of thousands of people a year. It can cause Alzheimer's, dementia, and a lot of other health problems. Also, guys, it causes vitamin D deficiency, and that's how I came across geoengineering. So I had somebody ask me, what made you basically realize geoengineering? The way that happened, guys, is I went to my doctor. I had some like blood work done and found out that my vitamin D was like severely low, extremely low vitamin D. And when I went to find out like what is the natural source of vitamin D, how can I get vitamin D naturally? Come to find out, you get that from the sun. If you guys didn't know that, you get vitamin D from the sun. And us brown toned people, melanin, you know, melanin skin, we need the sunlight to stay healthy. I remember laying down and I have like my arms, my body, my legs exposed. So I'm basically like trying to suntan or sunbathe, trying to get my vitamin D up. Anyways, I'm laying down, I'm looking at the sky, and I'm noticing like these airplanes, they're flying by and they're leaving these incredibly long, disgusting, hideous lines in the sky. And over time, as I kept watching it and literally spending like hours watching the sky, I'm seeing that these lines, like they were spreading out, and then it literally blocked the sun. Like it created a coverage and it would block the sun from actually like hitting the earth. And it made me start researching. I'm like, you know, airplanes leaving lines, covering the sky. And boom, guys, I found geoengineering. It's a program. Like they're really actually out here spraying us with chemicals, and most of the population doesn't even know. Like they're doing this without the people's consent. Basically, guys, I say all of this because I'm extremely passionate about stopping geoengineering, because they don't know the long-term effects of what all those chemicals can do to people. But they're already saying that it can kill people, and they think it's okay because what they're saying is it can save more people in the long run than it kills. So it can save more people than it's gonna kill. And that's why they think it's okay. If other people don't know what's going on, I'm gonna speak up for everybody else that I can. Like, I wanna be a voice for other people who don't necessarily know what's going on. But I do encourage you guys to please look up. If you see really long lines, those are chemtrails. That's also known as stratospheric aerosol injections. When it's like really hazy and a lot of lines in the sky, I would recommend that you stay inside. You don't want to inhale the pollution and the chemicals that are out there. But yeah, guys, that's one of the things that's you're gonna see that's different about me. And also, guys, I am not gonna be taking like selfies every day. I kind of feel like that is like too much to be posting a picture of yourself every single day. And I'm gonna sit here and say that, and I'm sure people are gonna be in the comments saying, it's my page, I can do whatever I want. And guys, that's okay if that's you and that's all you got to offer the world is a picture of your beautiful face. That's fine. But that's not me. You're not gonna be seeing that from me. I'm not gonna be posting a picture of my face every day or a picture of just myself every day, guys. There's so many more things, important topics that I wish a lot of us could incorporate into what we're doing. I know a lot of like girls who are influencers or bloggers, or you know, the up and coming bloggers, influencers, or the wanna be bloggers and influencers. You guys feel like your page has to be like a branded look. Like every row has to be like this color code, or it just has to be a color theme and coordinated. And honestly, what that does is it boxes you in. You're basically doing things, you start doing things for likes, you start doing things for money. You can basically sell out. You know, we're seeing a lot of fellow influencers where all their posting is back to back ads, or like, you know, them promoting a brand, and it's like they're losing themselves. And honestly, I'm so glad I broke out of that, because I don't want to be in that box anymore. I don't want all my posts to look like this color theme. I don't want like the 3-row pictures in a row that is the same is from the same photo shoot, but it's just a different angle. Like, I my page, I'm gonna do whatever I want my page. You guys do whatever you want with your page, obviously, but my page is gonna be different. And honestly, I don't really follow people that are all about themselves. Like, to be honest, it makes me sick now seeing it. When you're all about yourself and you're not offering anything else to your followers. Like, some of us have a platform and we can do so much good in the world and we can actually make a change. Like, from, you know, helping homeless people to talking about domestic violence to talking about sexual harassment. There's so many topics in the world that, you know, every one of us may have had some type of experience with, and it would be nice to see more and more people pretty much just openly talking about topics and starting a conversation, even if it could be controversial, making people think and just basically trying to reach the world, to make the world a better place. And honestly, if you're just posting a picture of your face every single day, what are you really doing to do any good on earth while you're here, you know? I lost a dear work friend of mine, Gabby. She was the events manager before me for Curls, and she died at the age of 30. And guys, she died in her home, and it's just so heartbreaking because it was a lot of things that she wanted to do in her life and she didn't get to do those things. And it just made me think, like, if I were to leave the planet today, like if it was my last day, what did I leave on earth for people to remember me by? And I started to think about, like, what do I want people to remember me for? And I don't want you guys to remember me for, oh my God, like, she did really amazing hair tutorials. Like, I want to do more, guys. And I just want to encourage others to see that and also want to do more. But of course, you are free to do whatever you want. Honestly, I'm not into, like, the whole into yourself, I don't want to say conceited, but like you love yourself too much. I have unfollowed people who all they do is post selfies like every single day. Like, yes, you're beautiful, but I had enough. So I've unfollowed people. Some people have unfollowed me. Listen, a lot of people have unfollowed me in the last couple of years because of my inconsistency. I'm sure they want to see me post selfies every day, I think. And what else do I want to talk about, guys? There's just a few changes that I want to make in my life. Like, I want to go vegan. So any of my vegan people out there, you guys comment below. Let me know how long you've been vegan. I feel like I am meant to be vegan. I don't want to participate in the animal cruelty. Yes, I also want to be vegan for my health. Like, yes, I want to be healthier, but mainly I want to be vegan so that I'm not participating in the slaughters. I have watched some of these slaughterhouse videos, and man, that is horrible to see the animals getting the way they get executed, and I don't want to be a part of it. So that's another journey you guys are gonna see me on, guys. I am not perfect. I am not trying to be perfect. There is no way that I could ever be perfect. I am certainly not better than anybody or trying to be better than anybody. I just want to better myself. I just want to be a better version of myself, basically, guys. What's the last thing I wanted to say? I think that's pretty much it, ladies. I just appreciate everyone who still cares for me. I am still around, guys, and I am looking to come back. I am gonna be making all sorts of videos, literally, from like story time with like some really strong tea, guys, some really strong tea. I'm also gonna be doing videos on like people who do want to become influencers and bloggers. Guys, I have a ton of tips. I have a ton of tips whoever does want to actually do that for a living. Like, guys, I can definitely share tips and I'll be creating videos on that. So yes, ladies, please comment below. Let me know if there's something that has changed about you, if you guys agree or disagree with anything, because of course everybody has their own set of opinions. I would just love to hear like what's going on with you guys. And thank you so much for watching, you guys. I will be back with more videos.